The annual meeting of the World Economic Forum, which is underway in Davos, Switzerland, convenes global leaders from across business, government, international organizations, academia and civil society for strategic dialogues which map the key transformations reshaping the world. The Colombo Global Shapers Hub, which is part of the Global Shapers community, an initiative of the World Economic Forum, was selected to join in a session on conflict resolution which took place in Davos yesterday.
Interesting point. Let's hear from the audience.
The Shaping Davos sessions hosted by the Global Shapers community connects 40 cities from around the world to discuss 10 topics related to the theme of the World Economic Forum's annual meeting 2015. The Colombo Global Shapers Hub joined fellow shapers from Juba in South Sudan, Gaza and San Salvador to discuss conflict resolution, rebuilding trust in conflict areas. The Colombo Global Shapers Hub was represented by News1st anchor Mahina Bongzo.
The first set of people they really go to in times of conflict are the youth. The youth are the first people they go to because the youth are the ones who need to be armed to engage in conflict. At the same time, it is important for the leadership and all parties involved to understand, following a conflict at a time of peace, just as much attention you pay to youth during conflict, you must pay to youth after conflict. That is, by encouraging them, to educate them, to have them actively involved in the rebuilding of a nation. And that comes with really creating trust amongst youth and the rehabilitation of youth.
Thank you very much, Mahina. She's a news anchor with MTV, NBC networks in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Thank you.
The Global Shapers joined a panel consisting of former New Zealand Prime Minister as well as the Administrator of the United Nations Development Programme in New York, Helen E. Clark, President and Chief Executive Officer of International Crisis Group, Jean-Marie Gueno, and Juan Carlos Pinzón Bueno, who is the Minister of National Defense of Colombia. The panel was moderated by Moise Naim, internationally syndicated columnist and best-selling author.
And I think it's the same thing for internal conflicts, for civil wars. It doesn't come quickly because, of course, many people have died. There's been a lot of passion. You have to understand the narrative of your enemy. You have to understand his fears. Most conflicts are born out of mutual fears. But I think this effort at truth and reconciliation, as Ellen said, but also historical truth. And when the question of academia, I think the more you can have an objective reading of what is happening, the more you can have histories that are not geared to create one narrow perspective, I think the better the chance for peace.
Very good. Thank you. Any other question from the audience? Yes.
Superior hiding power. Causeway Paints. Eternal color of life.